I have a travel story.
What's your travel story, Gav?
Is your list done?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just have pastrami, but we can get into that whenever.
Oh, no, that's way more important.
No, yeah.
No. We'll end on pastrami. Tell your travel story.
Okay.
All right, I was in the airport, little family vacation, talking grandparents, siblings, cousins, the lot. Got everyone going back to where we're all from in Italy. And we're just waiting to board the plane, and someone is talking. I'm not going to mention who this is. I don't want to like say exactly who is responsible for the story. Someone in my family talking to me about House of the Dragon. Like, oh yeah, it's pretty good. They were like, oh yeah, I really like the main guy. I was like, oh yeah, Paddy Considine. I like that guy. He's been in a lot of stuff. But he's been in like Bourne Ultimatum and Great and Hot Fuzz as one of the Andes. The World's End, all the Edgar Wright stuff. I shit you not. Almost 30 seconds after I just said that, Edgar Wright, the director of Hot Fuzz and The World's End and Shaun of the Dead and all that good stuff that I love, just strolled through the little boarding area for this flight and sat down. And I was like, Jesus Christ. But I was like, oh, God, that's freaking Edgar Wright. That's amazing. And I didn't want to go up to him and say hi or anything because, you know, he's traveling, he's probably working. Didn't want to be weird and annoying.
Were you in America, England, or Italy at this time?
This was in England.
Okay,
this is a Heathrow airport.
All right, thanks. Sorry,
I didn't want to make a fool of myself. But I was kind of amazed that just happened. And then I kept getting put in situations where I ended up like right next to him. And I was like, oh, this would actually be a great opportunity to be like, oh, you know, big fan and all that. I even worked on Hot Fuzz for a day. Could have said that. He's used Phantoms. I use Phantoms. I'm sure we could have had a decent conversation, but I didn't want to do it. One of the family members I was with is potty training their kid. And they're trying to get him to go to the bog in real bogs and not piss a nappy. So they got this little like travel potty thing that folds out on the floor. And for the last hour, they're trying to get him to pee in this thing, trying to like sneak him into a corner, but he just wouldn't go in it. And then right as we boarded the plane, he was able to successfully pee in this little potty. Got on the plane. I was probably in row like 14 or something. Edgar went further back. He sort of sat around the area with my family back there. We get off the plane, and I end up right next to Edgar Wright again. We get bussed to the airport we were going to. I don't want to say the exact airport. So I don't really want to dox his trip. But we're on the bus. He was a little bit behind me, and then the doors to the bus opened, except my door got stuck shut. So he was in the line of people going out the door that opened. And by the time he got to me, I'd just been letting people off because I couldn't get through my broken door. And he got to me and was like, oh, yeah, you go next. You've been waiting ages. I was like, oh, he's a really nice guy. That's great. I really want to talk to him. I didn't do it. And then I met up with my family member who has a kid who said had an absolute nightmare on the plane. Absolute nightmare. I was like, oh, what happened? They're like, well, we got the kid to pee in the potty, but we didn't have time to empty it. And it was like this little sealed plastic potty that you can like strap shut. And they were like, oh, we're on the plane and realized that pressure has a huge impact on sealed containers. They put it in the overhead bin and all the piss had shot out the potty and slid all the way down the overhead bin and was dripping on basically one entire side of the plane, in the back of the plane. And I was like, oh shit! Did he piss on Edgar Wright's head? Apparently, there was a bunch of people it was landing on like their backs and stuff.
Oh no!
But I couldn't get them to. They didn't really notice Edgar Wright or know what he looked like. So I don't know. There's a very high possibility that one of my family members, 2-year-old family members, has pissed on Edgar Wright's head. I really hope he wasn't sat below that because I think by the sounds of it went on about 5 different people's shoulders. And if Edgar, if you're listening, I hope you knew nothing of that. And I'm a big fan. Sorry if that happened. On behalf of my family. And it just goes to show this podcast we can't do anything with movie directors. That's director number 2 that are potentially in our bad books.
Why didn't they?
then we got in a cab and we're traveling up this mountain path. Where we were going is basically on the top of, it's like hundreds of feet above sea level. And I'm sat in the little mini cab, and all I hear coming from the back seat is, and I'm like yelling to the family member again. I'm like, by the way, after all this piss exploded in the top of the plane, did you empty it? And I'm like, well, you know, it mostly got emptied on the plane.
What's wrong with your family? What is wrong with
It was still spewing out in the back of the minicab all over all the luggage as we were like slowly driving up. It was going like, psst, like spurt. I was like, get this piss out of here! Get the pee away from us!
What are they doing?
In that toilet, that little mini potty got pressurized twice.
Gavin, I mean this respectfully. Those people suck. They stink. What are they doing? I understand.
Look,
they didn't have kids. No.
If your kid pisses in his potty, they're potty training him. If he's going to the potty and they don't have time to empty it and they're boarding a plane, what are you going to do?
Oh yeah, are there no fucking toilets on the plane?
I think
there's a plane void of toilets.
To do is that we'll get this plane in the air and then dump the pee out.
No, you don't. There's no way. You just tell somebody. Everybody is okay with you emptying the piss fucking toilet thing. You just say, "Hey, this is filled with pee. Can I drain this real quick?" It's crazy.
As someone who successfully potty trained a kid, in this case my daughter, I can confidently say I never got her piss or shit on anyone. Like that, I got to go with Andrew. That your family, who I love dearly, especially your grandparents and your mom, I think the world of them. But the rest of your family, if it wasn't those three, are disgusting. Just horrible.
Apparently, when it started dripping on everyone was like making a fuss and like getting up, and then the flight attendant came over and was like, "Whose container is this?" And my family member was like, "Oh, that's ours. Has it opened?" And the flight attendant was like, "Yep. What's in it?" And my family member was like, "You're not gonna like this." But it's piss. Apparently, they just walked off to get cloths, and I think half my family was dying from embarrassment.
Oh my god!
I couldn't believe that. Like, I don't know what I would have done if I was in that position. I think I would have just had to curl up. I couldn't handle that level of embarrassment.
I don't understand. There's so many things. It's not even that those family members are gross. They're just completely incompetent. I don't understand
that is
any of the choices.
Dictionary definition of inept. Like,
yes.
The icing on the cake is that they still carried the piss around with them to the cab.
That's what.
Like, at no point do you, like, get this thing as far the fuck away from me and my family as possible. I would put so much distance between myself and that child toilet. Like, oh my God, dude. That would be like, all right, well, lesson learned here. This is not a travel tool.
Oh. Do it
it's
twice.
great at sea level.
You know what? No, you're right. You're right, Jeff. This has changed my opinion. The first time, incompetence. The second time, psychotic.
Psychotic.
Well,
this is
alarming. They
alarming.
expected it to happen on the ground.
They didn't expect it to happen once. Once it's already happened when you didn't expect it, all rules go out the window. You can no longer trust your read on the situation.
I think you are an incredibly decent human being. One of the best in my life. And I think you must have sapped all of that out of your family. Like, you must have taken all the good, conscientious, polite, all of that element of your British society. You got it all, and you left them with just, like, American ethics and morals.
Oh, man. And I would say Edgar Wright is my favorite director.
I wouldn't say that right now if I were you. After your family just pissed all over him.
I really hope it didn't go on him.
Oh,
I need to know.
You know what my favorite part of that story is? Yeah. I am no longer the definitive piss boy of this podcast. That is, the title has been claimed. Yeah. That's gone. That's done for me. I can't have that.
Yeah. He's
that
right.
2-year-old has that. That's off my record now. It's a great day for me.
Congratulations, Andrew.
Thank you.
I will say, I was going to mention this earlier when I asked you what country you were in at the time, because I thought it was, but then the story just kept going and kept going and kept going. But I will say there's because Edgar Wright is British. You're British, right?
Yeah.
And this happened in England, irrespective of your family dousing Edgar Wright in urine. We should test this next time you or we are in England. You might have, like, on home soil, you might have enough, like, gravitas or success or whatever it is. You might be able to summon certain celebrities to you. This could be a skill you have.
There's nothing I want more in the world than to be in a place with Gavin and Edgar Wright and to be able to reveal that, hey, you remember that time you got pissed on that plane? He's kind of responsible. This guy right here. Blood relative.
Do you know anybody who knows Edgar Wright? Like, does Buckley or anybody know Edgar Wright that could find out? Hey, did you get pissed on a plane recently?
No, I mean, I could DM him, I'm sure.
Yeah, do that. Just be like, hey, I'm just wondering if a member of my family may have peed on you recently.
Oh, please. Please. We need to know. We need definitive answers. An attempt needs to be made.
I could not have been more embarrassed through blood. It was... I just... Because as I was being told the story, I was like, oh, no, what a night. And then I was just like, oh, no.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's so good.
Was Meg around for this?
She was sat with me. She heard about the story afterwards.
I would love to. I got to go to dinner with y'all soon so I can hear her side of this.
Oh, man.
I bet her insights are going to be fantastic. I can't wait. Oh, I'm tired after listening to that story. That wore me out.
I'm so happy.
Gavin, oh my God. You guys realize this is going to be the next, we've already, I think, identified him, but this will be season 2 of Face Animated, right? Regulation Animation.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. Peeing on Edgar Wright.
It was, if anything, hearing the story, because I heard the story in the airport and we're all sort of still in the airport, and I was still weighing up like, am I going to like work up the confidence to just say hi to Edgar Wright? And after I had that story, I was like, I'm going to let Edgar Wright leave, and I hope that we don't cross paths in this way ever again.
Oh, that is brilliant. That might be the best story ever told on this podcast, Gavin.
That was a great story.
I don't think it was the best, but it was significant.
I don't know, dude. It's up there for sure. I agree with Nick. It's up there. I had just put for about 5 solid minutes. I just put my head down on my table and just giggled into my arms and was useless. I couldn't do anything but laugh uncontrollably. Ugh.